Hello everyone. So today I learned about Farsi. So this is our dashboard. So to say this work area like risk process control issues, we need we need the risk activities manager role. So what is financial reporting compliance? The financial reporting compliance is a tool of document of object record process risk and controls. And what is process? That we can see that process is a tool to help manage and improve business processes while addressing risk. And perspectives are the where we can use to label or catalog different object records. From this plus icon we can create a perspective. We have to add name, description, the type, status, mention it, and we can add the perspectives hierarchy and close as it that will show here. So now, what is assignments? Assignments. An assignment is a review of a risk, control, or process to ensure that it's defined correctly or that its definition remain appropriate over time. You can create assignment in batches or create individual impromptu assessment. And an impromptu, when we access a particular record format, that page only. Assessment is simpler. It focuses on individual instance of a risk and controls or process. You, you decide what type of activities or tasks the assignment should involve. If you want, you can include a survey to collect the feedback or data as part of the assessment, but this is optional. You don't need any pre-designed templates or detailed plans to carry out the assessment. Then there is batch assessment also. When we want to access a bunch of records like 10 risk to initiate an assessment batch, you select an assessment and set the other general details, potential attached document and associate perspective values. Select the process risk or control to be assessed and secure the assessment. Securing assessment involves designing owner, editor, and viewer of the assessment batch or as a whole. Action item. So as you work with process, you can create action item from them. And action item is a task you decide to document. Unlike an issue, it's not necessary to defect. For example, you may have defined a process for year, and closing your might require an action item to verify that certain tax documents are included in a year and reporting. Issues. An issue is a defect or deficiency detected for an object or for an activity being performed against an object. If user are granted the issue owner authorization but no one is authorized an issue validator, the authorized user work at resolving issues and the validation process is skipped. If the user if the user The user are granted the issue validator authorization but not is authorized as issue owner. The authorized user both validate issues raised against the record and work to resolve those issues. If the users are granted both authorization, then issue validator process and issue owner work at resolving validated issues. First, then risk. So, risk is something that could negatively affect a business process. Risk can be identified, analyzed, evaluated, and managed to prevent the problem. In risk, we have two levels: inherent risk and residual risk. Inherent risk, the level of risk which is present before any control is placed to mitigate the risk, is called inherent risk. But when we have applied the control to mitigate that particular risk, then it is called residual risk. After that, we have types of model. First one is the likelihood model. Measure how likely the risk is to occur. And impact is that it impact model, that if occurs, what's the impact? High, low, or medium. Then analysis model, combine the result of the likelihood model and impact model to calculate an overall risk score. Then quantitative level with ratings 1 to 10, semi-quantitative level of range of values. For risk evaluation, we need first define the significant model and then the context model. Significant model will be maximum minimum level on, and then risk evaluation depend on the iteration interaction of context model and significant model. To create a risk, we need two types of model: analysis model and context model. Then coming to controls. Controls document measure your company to address a risk. There are four types of risk plans, that is audit, design, review, optional assessment, and certificate. So this is all about FRC, financial reporting compliance. So thank you.